Hello, everybody. My name is Andrea, and I've been a dental professional for about 20 years now. I currently have my own mobile dental hygiene practice where I see my own patients in their home. And a big question people ask me is what is gingival recession, and could my electric toothbrush be causing it? So, in quite often, a lot of cases, we tell people an electric toothbrush is better, and that is because they might not be brushing thoroughly enough. And an electric toothbrush does the hard work for you because it's already spinning. I do always recommend a chargeable electric toothbrush opposed to a battery one because the battery electric toothbrushes don't really hold enough power. It's not really working like an electric toothbrush should. You might as well just use a manual one at that point. But also you're going to have to replace the batteries so often. So why go through that extra expense? But cheaper electric toothbrushes aren't always bad. You don't need the most expensive electric toothbrush to do a good job, but don't get the cheapest one either. What I tell people is look at the one that's rechargeable, and you might only need to spend $20 for that electric toothbrush. If you want some of the more higher tech things, then okay, you might have to spend $100 or $200, but that's up to you. But cheaper is fine too. But to answer your question, yes, an electric toothbrush can cause gingival recession. So, gingival recession is when the gum starts to shrink away from the tooth. How does that happen? Something's bothering the gum, either from trauma, you're picking at it, or you're brushing too hard. Quite often, it's brushing too hard. If you have a tongue ring, as an example, where the tongue ring sits, it can actually rub against the gum on the inside there, and that can cause gingival recession because that's constant trauma that's happening. But today we're talking about electric toothbrushes and brushing too hard. If you're using your electric toothbrush, but you're also brushing hard, no, no, no. Stop that electric toothbrush. Go back to your manual one. I will always suggest a soft manual toothbrush over anything else because you don't want to scrub too hard and brush away the gum. But I have told patients they might be doing a really good job brushing. Maybe they have less plaque than they ever have before. They've had the best teeth cleaning they've ever had. There wasn't a lot there, but I'm noticing gingival recession. I tell them to stop immediately and I give them a new soft manual toothbrush. But I will still recommend an electric toothbrush to patients who aren't brushing too hard, so they're not causing gingival recession and they just like the feel of an electric toothbrush better, and it means they'll do a better job when they're brushing their teeth. So that's fine. But watch out for gingival recession. Gingival recession doesn't look very good. You might not notice a big difference in the early stages, but once you start to notice it, you can't just grow the gum back. It's like that for good unless you get gum surgery. And not too many people want something like gum surgery. It's not typically covered by insurance and it still doesn't look perfect when it's done, in my opinion. But ask your dentist, ask your dental hygienist to watch out for gingival recession. I know in my practice, I look at gingival recession on every single patient. Kids, adults, seniors, it doesn't matter. I have a full chart where I take 5 minutes and I look at every tooth front and back to make sure there isn't any gingival recession. And if there is, I let you know. And then we try to kind of figure out what's causing it. Quite often, it's that electric toothbrush, or even if you don't have an electric toothbrush, if you're brushing too hard with a manual one, that can cause gingival recession. So it doesn't look very good, but it can also make the teeth very sensitive because if you think about it, if the gum is starting to shrink away from the tooth, that should be covered. That part of the tooth is supposed to be covered. Now it's exposed to the elements. It's going to make the teeth sensitive, and nobody wants sensitive teeth. So if you're not sure if an electric toothbrush or a manual toothbrush is right for you, ask your dental hygienist at your next cleaning and they'll be able to tell you no problem. Click like if you like this video. Let me know if there's any questions or comments. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.